So hello for everyone who came. Thank you for being here. Take time out of your day. I'm Alana. Come on, Puma, introduce yourself.
Oh, hey, everybody. My name is York Nicholas. Everybody call me Puma. So, hey.
And we're here today just to cover some basic information regarding airdrops and how to begin to look for them. This space, the crypto space, especially right now since it's up and coming, offers a lot of opportunity to get rewarded for being an active early participant. So when you hear the term airdrop, that means due to you taking personal initiative, you're able to get rewards for interacting with different things inside of the crypto space. Sometimes it's just as simple as staking a certain token in a certain location, or sometimes it's a little bit more involved, like they want you to complete a series of tasks. So our goal today is just really connect you to some resources to show you how you can take initiative. Like on a Saturday, you wake up, you run through your little checklist of, oh, let me go see if there's a new airdrop coming out. Let me see if there's another action I can take. Let me look for platforms and get into some research so I can be more proactive inside of the space. So here we go. So general info. A big portion of airdrops come from just being an active participant. Would you say, was your experience when you're getting more rewards for participating more inside of the space?
You were breaking up.
Oh, my bad. I said, what would you say has been your experience with just being an active participant and linking to airdrops?
So, my experience is pretty much like getting on the protocols and testing them out for yourself, because that's the only way you're going to increase your knowledge of how to navigate the space. You interacting with the protocols. So you doing transaction, like testing stuff out, seeing how it works and stuff like that. And if they don't have a token and they're starting to get traction, and pretty much they want to go the route of a decentralized autonomous organization by creating a DAO, so the community governs the protocol. So that's when they will release a token, and it will typically go to the people that's been using the protocols. So like in the past, like I know when Kurt was telling us about Uniswap, to go and use Uniswap to get in on projects before they're listed on centralized exchanges, you were just using the protocol for that purpose to get in on those projects without even thinking of an airdrop. And then they release that they're gonna do a airdrop with a governance token, and then everybody went crazy. And pretty much this was set the crypto world on fire by airdrop, by the way of how they did their airdrop to the community and stuff like that. Then another protocol Kurt told us about was DYDX, and this one I was gaming up for. I went on there, put some money in, was using it and stuff. So I was anticipating the airdrop. And the previous one, I was just using Uniswap, not thinking about an airdrop. But this one, I was thinking about they're gonna release a token in the future. So let me do all that I can do to get this airdrop. So they did release an airdrop, but unfortunately, if you lived in the United States, you didn't qualify for the airdrop. But everybody else outside the United States got, I know this guy I saw on YouTube, he had like 10 wallets and he got over $1 million in airdrop. So that was crazy.
And to recap, what we're basically saying is by being proactive and looking around the crypto community and staying connected to the official websites, that's a great starting place. So if you get information about a new token or a new project or something that has really good use case that we cover in class, it would behoove you to connect to all of those official websites from CoinGecko. And I'll pull up that page shortly. But I think that's amazing, Puma. So if you use a protocol, and when we say protocol, we're basically referring to a token's code. This could be an exchange, like Uniswap. If you interact with Uniswap and do anything like a swap or you pool or you stake, you're using the protocol. So just by using some of these different protocols and websites, that's enough to qualify you for airdrops. Sometimes it's much more probable that you'll qualify instead of you looking for one. Now, of course, if there's some news bubbling, like Metamask is supposed to be doing an airdrop soon. We don't know when the snapshot is going to be, but I would imagine it's this year. So up until the last day of 2021, they want you to take action and do some like internal swaps and internal transactions. And I'll pull that up a little bit later as well. The other thing that we really want to touch on is that a lot of companies and corporations are just now getting involved inside of this space. So the odds that lots and lots of more airdrops will be available in the future for interacting with different tokens and different protocols is highly probable. There's going to be so much innovation in the crypto space over the next few years that by training yourself how to look for these things now, by the time that corporations are just dropping stuff, you'll already be good at doing the research. So these are some of the different umbrellas of projects that you might want to monitor if you're considering being an early investor. Early investors are the people who get the airdrops. And again, airdrop could be anything as far as rewards. Like they could give you some of the native token of whatever project you're looking at just because you interacted early. This could look like a seed round where you're getting a very deep discount on a project. Like we were talking about Cardano. Cardano is supposed to do a seed round either this month or next month where they'll give you like 90% off the market price of Cardano. I only know that because I went to a crypto event recently and met one of the chief marketing officers. So he said the best way to stay on top of that and know how to find 90% discount at Cardano is to connect to their official Twitter. So that when they're saying, hey, seed rounds open, instead of you saying, oh, I don't know what that is, you're like, oh, I know I can go get very deeply discounted crypto from the actual producer. Any sort of DeFi airdrops right now are some of the most likely airdrops to take place. What was the most recent DeFi airdrop that you interacted with, Puma?
If I can pull up my screen, I can show you.
I just think the space is so cool.
So
Okay.
the ENS airdrop. So I got on here not thinking about an airdrop, and I wanted a Ethereum name and stuff. I saw people on Twitter using it and on Rarible, OpenSea. So I like, that's cool. So instead of you put in that long 0x wallet address and stuff, like if someone was to send me some crypto, you would just type in my ENS name and get this out the way. Switch network. So yeah, you just type in my ENS name and you'll be able to send me funds directly into my account without that long 0x extension. So I came on here, I registered my name, you're that eat, and then I set it as my primary ENS name. And because I did that, and when they decided to release the governance token, so everyone that register a name and set it as their primary ENS name to their account, everybody was airdrop a token. I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago and stuff. And they are currently in talks of doing a second round because there's a lot of people who didn't qualify because they didn't do this part right here of setting whatever name that they bought as their primary ENS name. So maybe by the end of the year or sometime in January, they might do a second round airdrop. So this one was,
I think that's awesome.
The most recent. And if everybody here got a MetaMask, pretty much they have pretty much confirmed that MetaMask is doing a token launch soon. So this guy tweeted the biggest airdrop of the year. So maybe by the end of the year, MetaMask token will be released. And pretty much MetaMask has a feature built in where instead of you going to something like, say, Uniswap or Pancake Swap or something like that, you can use the swap feature right here and swap into different coins and stuff like that. And by using that feature, I think that would be one of the qualifying prerequisite for you to qualify for the airdrop. So just by having a MetaMask wallet and tokens in the wallet, that might qualify you. But since there are so many people with 10 to 100 wallets, they might want you to use the swapping feature in order to qualify for the airdrop. But unless you
To
work,
your knowledge, is it network specific or?
I'm not sure if it's network specific, but right now on MetaMask, I think you can only do swaps on, let's see, I know you can do it on Ethereum, Polygon, and maybe Avalanche. Nope, it's not available on Avalanche. So just Polygon and Ethereum right now.
So if you have a MetaMask wallet, put up some funds in there, and this is not financial advice, but do an internal swap that's on the ETH network and the Polygon network. Do an internal swap. Ideally, the sooner the better, but my assumptions would be prior to the end of the year if the snapshot hasn't already been.
Yeah, so it's only those two networks you can do swaps on is Polygon and Ethereum. All the other ones, those features haven't been activated yet.
Right. And that's true, Mondo. Polygon is the cheapest swap, but we don't know if they're which network they may be looking at. We don't think it might be network specific, but they haven't released the specific details about that. But my assumption would be, since the default network is ETH, that it might be worth the gas, and gas is pretty cheap today. Yeah. So if you want to do an internal swap, today might be the day to do that. I think that's so dope.
But yeah,
let's see what else.
ENS was the most recent one. And like I said, I was gaming to get the DYDX airdrop, but since I'm currently in the US, I wasn't qualified for it. And the wallet that I used to interact with it, I did some stuff, so they probably geo map my location. So even if once I connected a VPN somewhere else, it still wouldn't let me go to the next page to accept the airdrop. So they say that yeah.
And it's a little, that part's still a little frustrating that we're still having the VPN stuff up. That America, woo. But some other different types of websites that you can begin looking at are either exchanges that just exchange tokens outright. This will be your quick swaps, your Aves, your compounds, where you can do other DeFi features as well, and also bridge protocol websites. So this was another website Puma was looking at, which is Hop, and I'll take you there as well. Also, if say one of the protocols you're interacting with is farming, you're going to want to make sure you put enough money in there in case like say you go to make a farm somewhere, you're pulling two tokens together in order to mine something else. You want to make sure that what you staked is large enough, because if you don't put enough in and you get liquidated, by the time they take the snapshot, you may get kicked out of the possibility of being an airdrop. So I know we're trying to make financial decisions on what thing to do, but just keep in mind that if you do put in a very tiny amount of some things, that it might not be enough. So here's some resource websites that we're going to go over. Since I talked about Hop, I'm going to open that one first. Hop is an exchange. Puma, if you want to go into what you've used Hop for before.
So pretty much like Hop, the main reason I use Hop, because like once you bridge funds, say you bridge some funds from Ethereum to Polygon or Ethereum to Arbitrum, in order for you to send that money back to Ethereum, sometime it might take 48 hours, or in one case I saw where it said that it could take up to a week for your funds to arrive back on mainnet. So nobody wants to wait that long for their funds. So Hop Protocol allows you to send funds from network to network, and it should arrive within, say, 30 seconds to up to a minute and stuff. So right now, this protocol is currently doesn't have a token. So by people using it and interacting with it, sending funds from network to network, or you pooling or converting, staking on here, if they do release a token in the future, then you're more likely going to qualify for that airdrop.
So this is a pretty simple site to use. I'm gonna drop this down in the chat as well. They haven't released a token, so the odds that they could, because a lot of people are using them to circumvent the waiting times, it's pretty high. So just make your way around to.
And plus, it's a way to get around some of those high Ethereum gas fees also.
Yes. So you can jot that one down. So I'm gonna go back up to the top. The main one that our team began looking at about a year and some change ago was ICO drops. So ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering. This keeps track of pretty much any new burgeoning project that has gone through some sort of testing standards, and they're coming out asking the community for funding through very specific tasks. So we want you to do doop, 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 and that could qualify you for an airdrop and or getting tokens at a really cheap introductory price. For example, past ones that have been done will be in this column over here saying ended ICO. That's initial coin offerings that have already passed, because they'll give you a date, they'll give you a time. That'll tell you how long before something starts, what's active right now, and what's already finished. I know one that Manny was looking at recently was Astar. All the crowd loans will be on here as well, which is cool. There's another website we use to monitor crowd loans, but you'll also see them on here as well. And then I know there was another one I was looking at with Ivana. It was Hollow Ride, which is a like a VR gaming one. There we go. I don't want to take you down too deep of a rabbit hole, but you can literally come on here and just find really cool projects and really cool. Dang, how many of these things happen? There's so many. I think it was like the end of November. I might have to go back a page, which is fine. But basically, when you come to use this site, right, you can click on any of these projects. So these are ones that are coming up. Like in 4 hours, this one will open up. They're seeking $6.5 million. And if you click on the project, it'll tell you what its use case is. It'll connect you to the white paper, and it'll connect you to all of their official social media. Of course, I always like to connect to Twitters to read and see what the community is talking about. And what else? If the token exists, it gives you some basic metrics like what the low, what the high was. If there's a max supply, it'll list it here. It'll tell you what network it's on. And again, all this is really handy because when you come down here, the link that you're looking for is IDO. When you click on that, it'll tell you how to get involved in the potential airdrop and or the cheap project price. So public sale tokens, like for this particular one on day one, they'll unlock half of the claim tokens. Like if you came and interacted with their protocol, half of them will be available. That prevents people from crashing the price, like everybody going and cashing out and taking profits. And then after a 4-month hold, you'll get the other half of your tokens by interacting with this protocol. And then they'll usually give you the steps that you need to take in order to participate. So this is one that has already occurred where they've taken snapshots. Snapshots are dates that the developers decide on to say, okay, you need to have completed a certain list of tasks by this date and time. So they started taking snapshots for this project back in September and October, which is cool. But that's just what a basic info sheet will look like. One I was just looking at on here. I think I was just looking at this one just because it's active right now and there's an hour left. I haven't done any deep research into this project at all, but just to show you an example, like they're looking to be a WhatsApp type of project. So if you wanted to come, you would come down to this IDEO link and it'll give you very specific steps that you need to do. So this one I thought was interesting for those of us who don't live in the US. They had a really cool, yeah, there was still a little bit of time left on this and they had a really cool payout in Binance Smart Chain. I'm seeing a lot of Binance Smart Chain tokens coming out. It'll tell you if you're restricted down here. So technically we can't do this one, quote unquote. But they were giving out like, see if I can find it on here. They were giving out NFTs. They were giving out some social media rights and some Binance Smart Chain tokens. But that's just an example. Like what I would want y'all to get into the habit of doing is like once a week, coming on here and looking at different projects that are either getting ready to come out or the ones that are active to see if the token resonates with you, if you like the use case. Another one I wanted to touch on briefly was Illuvium. I think y'all know this was a token that we received in class recently. This is a metaverse/gaming token that's coming out where each of the characters in the game will be NFTs. I recently just went to their official Twitter and they had a post out as well about some of the rewards that you can get. So they're giving away roughly $145,000 in rewards split up between people who actively participate, but this is for people who can use Binance. So I do want to preface it by saying that. But this was really cool because they were giving out engine tokens, Gala tokens, Binance. They were giving out sand. Like they were giving out some really cool projects. And all you had to do, it was like go to the respective landing pages. This one's active. Like if you don't live in the US, I would recommend you looking into this one. It is Binance.com. So I will say you can use a VPN with this. I'm gonna leave that right there. But I haven't done this one yet because it just opened. Let's see what else. So Puma, if you could touch on DeFi Llama for me. Here we go.
So on DeFi Llama, like, what was that?
No, I said I didn't know if y'all can hear me or if I was breaking up in, but go ahead.
Yeah, you were going in and out, but you're good now. Yeah, on DeFi Llama, you can come on here and it shows all the different chains. So you can filter it out by different chains. So if you wanted to just look up Ethereum projects, you will click on Ethereum and it will show you all the Ethereum protocols and stuff. And the thing that I use, like if you look next to the protocol, it will show the, what you call it, the initial of the token in parentheses. So if there is no parentheses next to the protocol, that means that it doesn't have a token. And a thing that I use, if you look into the TVA lock, that's the total value locked inside of that protocol. If it got a significant amount of money in it, like $250,000 or more, I like to use that as the target. If you got that or more money in it, then there's a lot of liquidity flowing through. People are using it, so there's a good chance that they might release a token and stuff. So that's how I find projects on DeFi Llama that doesn't have a token. I just connect my wallet to it and start interacting with it. If it's like swapping, like I can pull up, if you let me share my screen again, I'll show you one that I recently used. Let me find it. Is my screen up or no?
Not yet.
Okay, so there's this protocol on the Polygon network. It's called Polymarket, and you can sign up with a email if you want and stuff. Like, I like to stay as decentralized as possible, so I just use my MetaMask to connect. And I might have to change network. So yeah, on here, I just put a total of like $3.57 total I sent over, and pretty much it's like a prediction market. So, so it will let you pick the outcome of future events on this protocol. So it said like, will Ethereum reach 5,000 by the end of 2021? And it's a simple yes or no. You can decide to put a penny on it, $1, $50, $100, how much you want it. It's up to you and stuff. So I just came on here to use the protocol, test it out, because they don't have a token. And so this right here, I want something so I can come on here and redeem.
Yes, hi. I was saying if someone could help me, hand me my handbag across the way.
Put to handbag.
Don't forget to mute everyone.
So yeah, you can come on here. I've been typically just doing these NBA outcomes if the team is gonna win by a certain amount of points and stuff. So by me interacting with this protocol right now, and they don't have a token, so in the future, if they do release a token, then I'm more than likely gonna qualify for said airdrop. And if you come on their own page, there's a plethora of stuff that you can choose to interact with. And all you need, you send some USDC over on the Polygon network, and you can send 50 cents over and just put a penny on each outcome just to interact with it and see how it goes. And if they release a token by you interacting with it, you might qualify for an airdrop. What airdrop? I received some airdrop a while back where I've only interacted with the protocol with less than $10, and I got over $3,000 in reward and stuff. So you don't have to use a lot of money when you're interacting with these protocols to get a good size airdrop. So it all depends on the protocol and the tokenomics of that project.
Also, if you don't mind, could you touch on copper?
Copper. So Copper is a decentralized switch network. Copper is a decentralized launchpad. So, you know, they got those launchpad where you, something like a Binance or FTX, you got to give up some form of identification. So you got a KYC. They got to know who you are. You got to provide your name, address, credit card number, or something on file. They got to have some information on you for you to participate in those launchpad. So on here, this is a decentralized one. So all you need is a MetaMask wallet to connect, and that's it. They don't need to know who you are, where you connecting from and stuff like that. So you come on here, you go to view auctions, and they got two separate ones. They got a section that are unvetted. So you be using, if you do decided to get into these projects, you'll be doing so at your own discretion. So you have to do your own research. They have a section up here where the team at Balancer, they had vetted these projects. So it's pretty much guaranteed that these projects are not going to be scammy project. But down here, you don't know what you're getting. So it gives you a warning to let you know the risks of you interacting and stuff. And then it will tell you this one right here starts in like 1.5 months from now. That's the current price and stuff like that. This one is currently going. This one also when they end. So if you do decide to get in them, you just click on it. You click, yeah, I understand. You connect your wallet. And if you do decide to get in a project on Balancer, like you want to make sure the price is following this bonding curve where it start at a high price and then over time the price goes down gradually. So you don't want to get into a project where it starts down here, it comes down, and then it shoots up, because eventually all these people that bought in to shoot the price up like that, once the price on this auction ends, it's more than likely, I say 99.9% guaranteed that everybody's going to sell. So if you're getting in after the auction and the prices up here, all these people are pretty much going to dump on you. And then the price is going to sit 90 to 95% below where you bought in. And that's where a lot of people, if stuff like that happens, then they say crypto is a scam and they go away and they never come back pretty much. So you want to do your research on the website, the main page. It tells you want the project that you're getting into following this bonding curve. It starts high and go down gradually. So if nobody else invests a penny in this project, and when it ends, this is going to be the price that the general public will be able to buy in at. And that's what you want. You want to be able to get in early so you get in the maximum of tokens. So once the price is low and then the general public gets in and they start to buy it up. So when the price comes back to your area and goes do like a 2x from there, you can take your profit. All these people are still going to be waiting because they're not going to be up that much. But because you've been in it longer and stuff, you'll be able to take profit, or you can keep holding. It's up to you. But like I said, everybody got to do their own research, and whatever your long-term or short-term goals are for investing in the project and stuff like that.
Thank you. I think that's really relevant, y'all. So what our intent today is to put these resources in front of you so you can just bookmark them, pin them, and visit them every now and then and see what opportunities really pop up for you. So even on ICO drops, what Puma was mentioning, I see that it looks like ENS has been listed again in the active section. ENS, where'd you go? There it goes, Ethereum name service. So this is active now. So it looks like they are getting ready to do another airdrop. So that's a really good one. And to recap, let's recap everything we touched on. We touched on ICO drops. This is where you can come to see all of the coins and projects coming out that you can interact with early. The Hop exchange, that's the bridge one again, where you can just begin to interact with this website. So you can, if they do develop a token, you can get some of the token for having participated with that website. Puma just covered DeFi Llama. That's a great place where you can go, that if you see that a protocol does not have the parentheses with some letters next to it, it doesn't have an active token. Like Pancake Swap has cake, Sushi Swap has sushi, Balancer has bao, but TerraSwap doesn't have a token yet. So when you go here and you see that there's over $1.5 billion already on this website, you can come here and begin interacting with this protocol, because odds are they're going to want to make a token. And if you're an early participant and you interact with this website, you can get some TerraSwap airdrop for free. Same is true of some of these other ones. Katana got 1.2 billion. Like, so these are really good ways to get involved with protocols pretty early. We also touched on parachains.info. So I'll open that up again briefly. As you know, Manny looks at this pretty regularly to keep on top of the parachain auctions. There's 2 running concurrently always, one for Kusama, one for Polkadot. I know he just got into some projects last night. I think I hopped in Nodal because I've been following that. I know I'm in Darwinia. That's on Polkadot. And then on Kusama last night, I got into Crush Shadow. I've been sort of stalking this one with Manny. And then I've been holding XRT for a year. So I'm in Robonomics parachain one. But what's cool about this website, just to go a little deeper, when you open up any of these and you open up auction details, it'll tell you what some of the rewards or things that you're going to get for participating in the airdrop is. If you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we had y'all getting to Darwinia because they were giving away free metaverse land. Like, that's really cool. But usually it'll connect you to some Medium article and you have to read through the article. And this is where you'll find the hidden gems tucked in. So, but that and Twitter, always connect to a project's Twitter. Like, I was revisiting Illuvium today. I think that project's going to be huge. I hear Kurt playing a commercial for it in there right now. This goes live Q1. It has a super tiny max supply. 10 million is not a lot of coins. So it will behoove you to try and get a whole one, because some of the partnerships that Illuvium is beginning to pick up is a little mind-boggling. But connect to their Twitter and follow them and cut on notifications, because a lot of these metaverses, like I've been following Sandbox and Decentraland, occasionally different metaverses will do NFT airdrops or present you opportunities to get involved with the community early. Illuvium's not even live yet. So
once the game go live, like the token is gonna go parabolic. And if you know the concept of Pokemon, like the cartoon where Ash, pretty much he's on this adventure and he go around catching Pokemon and battling against other people. That's what you're gonna be able to do with Illuvium in the metaverse. So you're gonna be your own avatar and you be going around battling random characters, trying to capture them, and then you'll be able to use those once you capture them and battle against other people. And as you're battling, you're gonna be earning Ethereum as a reward. And they're also talking about releasing staking for the Illuvium token. So it's gonna be crazy. And the graphics.
And not only that, you earn cool. ETH. You earn Ethereum, y'all. Like
yeah, if you can stand to lose your Ethereum, because you got to put it up to battle. So the winner is pretty much gonna be like a winner takes all.
I'm with it though. The fact I'm waiting for this to go live. And this was the one, so Illuvium will partner with different platforms. This is the one I was looking at earlier. Like the airdrops and the packages that they're already giving out and the project's not even live is a little mind-boggling to me. This was the site that I was on earlier where they were talking about in the prize pool, they're giving out Sand, they're giving out Binance token, Engine, Gala. Like we've been following some of these projects are on our coin list. And they're already, this again, Binance.com, not Binance.us. So if you wanted to chance it with a VPN, that's to your discretion. It's to my discretion, but if it's to your discretion, you can do that too. These are some of the airdrops that Kurt covers with us regularly. So I would definitely get involved or at least poke around and stay tuned. So cut on your Twitter notifications for Illuvium. And I believe that's all of the resource websites. Yeah, so NFTs, that I pretty much just touched on that with Decentraland. Sometimes they'll give out free clothing or free gear that helps you get better percentages, but you need to follow their Twitter for that. So that's just a real world example of getting cheaper NFTs through an airdrop. If you interact with that platform regularly, you'll be able to see those notifications. And I think that is it. So thank y'all. Are there any questions? I think that was pretty cohesive. Y'all can feel free to unmute and ask questions. Oh, or did I allow y'all to unmute? There we go. But yeah, I will have the recording. I will post this in our traders group once we're done. And I see you have a question, Monda. What's up?
Yes, quick question. This was really good. Are you all using separate wallets to interact with some of these websites that you're not sure about, or are you just
Yes.
using your main wallet?
Nah, if it's something that's just brand new, if it's a new protocol I haven't interacted with before, I will make a new MetaMask. I have a whole bunch of MetaMask, girl. Like this is my teaching computer. So I think I have like 3 different MetaMask accounts on here, but on my other computer, I probably had like 32 or so wallets that I'm like, oh, if some goes left, it's fine. But
And that's where you're just making another account, like, and you can drop down and scroll down, correct?
yes, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I don't have a whole bunch of seed phrases. I just make new accounts.
gotcha. Me too. I was just wondering. I was, just a little safety,
Yes, ma'am. Because they ain't finna snatch the rest of my other crypto. No, they not.
Exactly.
Any other questions, family, before we wrap this up? All right. Well, thank you. Oh, Lourdes, I see you got a question. Nope. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, all right, family. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Puma, always for sharing your knowledge, your time, your energy. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again soon.
Enjoy the
All right.
rest of the day.
Thank you.
See y'all in Go Live.
Bye.